She has it all. Success, beautiful family. She's beautiful herself, but still she chooses herself at first point. This and so much more is what we are going to talk about in today's Soul Talks with Misha, podcast about conscious living, high vibration, and how and why it can change your life to live happily and successfully. Today I have Tetiana Caletková here with me. A beautiful, as I said, you can see it, beautiful woman who I deeply admire. She is an entrepreneur, she is a leader, she is mom, she's my client, she is my very good friend. And yeah, she acts so many roles. So welcome, Tetiana. And I'm so happy to have you here.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much for invitation. Actually, it's a huge pleasure for me to be here, to sit here and to share my experience, to tell about myself, and I hope I'll help some person with my story. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here, and I'm 100% sure that you will help someone because as I know, you're very inspirational. And what I said at the beginning, you play so many different roles, but still I know that you do sports regularly, you come to my sound healings, you work on yourself with therapists, with trainers, and so on, despite of having, as some people think, two little kids, your own company, husband. So why is it important to prioritize yourself? Why does it matter?
I mean, as you said, actually, everything what I do, I choose myself. I put myself in the center of everything, like full-time job, family, two kids, where I wanted to be perfect mom. I want to cook for them. I want to clean myself apartment, and I want to spend time with them. Plus, I want to have my own business where I can put my soul and kind of express myself. So in all of this, let's call it chaos, with all of these different activities, different roles, it's impossible to perform and impossible to be good when you are not good inside spiritual and outside physically. So for all of that reason, I trying my best to find time to do sports, because that's where I get my energy, and to do some spiritual things where I can calm my brain a little bit and kind of like rethink what was happening and stuff like that. So I wanted to say like small story about my first sound healing, how actually I came to that, because it's quite interesting. For some reason you didn't tell me personally about this, and I'm
so sorry.
saw it on Instagram, like as your story. I think that today on Friday I'm doing a sound healing, please join if you have time. At that time I was walking with the stroller with my younger daughter, who is now 3 years old. She was sick the whole week. I was with her, and at the same time I was doing full-time job with my laptop on my knees. So she's sleeping, I'm working, and like chaos the whole week. And then I was walking on the stroller with the stroller in the park. I opened Instagram. I saw this sound healing, and I was like, first of all, what is that? Second one, I think that's whatever it is. I just need to try, and I think it's the perfect moment for me to try something absolutely like new for me. Mm-hmm. And if you remember, I was like, Misha, if you have spot left for me, please, can I come? And he was like, oh yeah, come. And that's actually, first being a mom, I tried like spiritual for myself, because I stopped doing meditations, I stopped doing, this magical morning when you wake up in the morning and have some time for book, to think, to meditate and so on. All of this calm thing is gone when kids came to my life. And when I tried, I actually experienced something very, very intimate and personal and huge inside of me. First of all, whole time when you were doing sound healing, I was just laying. I even could not move my fingers. I just like closed eyes, and you are not moving yourself at all.
Remember that, yes.
And actually that was the time when you told us imagine the perfect place where you want to be right now. And for some reason it was the village where my grandparents live, where the whole family was sitting on the yard, and it was so nice. And for some reason my brain took me to that place. I'm a big traveler, I like to travel and I like to experience really nice things. And I saw a lot of beautiful things in my life. But my brain took me there. And while you were playing and while we were listening to these sounds, amazing one, I start crying without even noticing. So I was just feeling tears coming. And I was like, oh my God, wow, this is something, I don't know how to describe that, but somehow you were able to took me somewhere deep and kind of to realize that the most beautiful place in this world is where your family is, where your happy childhood was. So that's how what was that, 1 year ago?
1 year ago, yeah. Exactly.
Something like that. So it was like, wow, I want to do something personally for myself, something deep, something where, you're not speaking to no one, you are not engaging with anyone, you are just with
yourself.
So that was the main push for myself to prioritize me as like number one. And that's why I'm your like VIP client on sound healing. I'm always coming. I think I missed just a few times where I could not, or we were out of Prague, but it helped me to calm down my thoughts, to calm down myself, and a little bit to stop, So I'm not like very good I was not very good in choosing myself first before. For me, like first things, my family, my kids, and like everything, that chaos that we mentioned at the beginning, it was like my priority. And I was like thinking many times, wow, me time, it's what? It's just like waste of time, because I'm just spending for myself and there is no result in that. And some thoughts were like that. But when I experienced something very deeply important, I would say like that, I knew that I need to continue doing that and I need to prioritize myself. But with physical things, for example, with sport, it's a little bit different, because when I'm not doing exercises for whatever reason, kids are sick and I'm not able to go to gym, or I have like really a lot of work, I cannot go to the gym. I feel myself like weak, without energy and weak. And when I convince myself that even when we are extremely busy, I still need to find some time to do that sport. It's like rocket, you are flying. Good, it was a good choice to go to the gym. It was a good idea to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning, or like fly to the gym. Yeah, but with sound healing, for example, it was I needed to try first to believe that I really need to do that. And now it's like Friday, 6 p.m. Oh, I'm going. Where are you going? Oh, sound healing. Okay, bye. So
I love that.
I kind of like, I show them that I need it. And these 2 hours from 6 till 8, it's nothing. They can be without me perfectly. And then I'm coming home always like, no, I'm not coming home. I'm flying home, because I feel myself very light. I don't massive thoughts, and I don't have that, how to say, fear inside me that, because I'm always afraid of something, of lose client, of not deliver the number at work, of not be able to spend as much time as I wanted with the kids, because I have very important call. So I'm calling to my friends and asking them to pick up my kid from school, for example. But after sound healing, I'm like flying home without that fear, and that, like, I have to explain, like, inside yourself you feel like, I don't know,
like home, maybe.
Yes. So amazing experience. And that's why I kind of it took me some time to understand, but now for me time is very important, like extremely important. That's my little story.
I love the story, Tetiana. And I remember the time when you texted me that you want to join the sound healing, and I'm sure that this was something what you wanted so badly, even though you didn't know what's going on. Because even that time there was some issue with Instagram, and I remember you texted me and then the message got lost and I didn't get the message. And so really you were supposed to come, and despite all the blockages and problems on the way, you just ended up there, and I'm so thankful for that. And you mentioned that you had to try it first to believe sound healing. And maybe with sports You don't have to try it because you already believe it. But there was also a time in your life when you tried it for the first time, right? And I think it's different when the parents raise up the way, that we sort of have to go for sports, or kids are signed up to some hobbies, or they play with the kids outside, and it's sort of natural as well. You just are outside and you run, and then you play with the ball or something. But no one really, or at least when we were kids, no one really taught us to lay down and meditate or listen to the healing frequency or something like that. And it's experience of many people. They just don't know what's going on, but they just feel like they should go, and then everything changed. Same for me. First time when I went for sound healing, I had no clue at all. I just thought it was in Mexico, and I thought, that sounds cool. I should chill there, and then it completely transformed my life. It has a really huge power. Yeah,
I agree. But you mentioned that first you need to try. Actually, I was thinking that it will be like meditation, but with some sound. But I didn't know that sound will be so deep, touching the skin and not the skin, under the skin. I remember the feeling when my hair was like someone touching my hair, and I was like, whoa. Or when you were doing this, it's just like something
ocean drum
moving. Or I was like, wow, it's like inside. That sound is inside. So this is like, for me personally, for a person who kind of like, oh, let's try, was eye-opening for something that became a ritual in my life, where I wanted to come back. And every time I'm experiencing something different. And the last few times,
I have a new instrument which you haven't heard yet.
I'm looking forward
next
Friday. I'm excited about that. But what I wanted to say is that the last 2 times were actually first time when I fell asleep. So it means I completely relaxed, like completely. And I was shocked that I'm kind of, because I was not concentrated, but I was like, I wanted that music to my ears like so badly, but then you are just like, you let it go and you fell asleep. So for me, and then when you wake up, you are like, I'm newborn or something like that, So amazing experience, and I'm looking forward for next Friday to experience even something more.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you for sharing your experience, because I think it's actually, what other clients and people share similar experience with. Wow, it was so deep, and we expected some nice music, but it really goes, and the power of the healing sound really goes to our physical body, our energetic body, our emotions. And actually now when you talked about that it took you back to your grandparents' house, I heard that story quite often as well, that what the clients share, that they are taken with the sound back to their childhood, back to their grandparents, back to their home. And I think it tells a lot. It just tells about how family, how like the physical family is important, but also how the home, our inner home, is important. And you said it yourself, you feel aligned and calm inside of yourself as well, even though you're not now with your grandparents, but you're with your family, the new family.
The family I have created.
You created, exactly, that's the correct
The
words.
family I was transferred to, it was the family where I was born and raised.
Yeah.
And now the family that I have created myself. Wow, nice explanation of things.
Yeah, thank you. I was a little bit lost with the words. Exactly. And at the end of the day, we are the family for ourselves. Yes, we have the families where we were born, we have the families which we create, we have our societies, communities, friends, which can be also families. But then always us, our inner alignment, is the most important family. It's great that you learned that and now you prioritize yourself, even though there could be still some fears and doubts, and I think it's totally human, like we all have it, sometimes more, sometimes less. But so thanks to that, maybe you started your own business, am I right? The ABC Cool?
Well, it's long story about that.
Tell us about that, because it's so amazing. And I also have a hoodie from you, which I don't wear today.
You travel in that hoodie.
I travel in that hoodie. That's my travel hoodie.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it took us, and by us I mean my sister and myself, because I am just co-owner, or let's say co-founder, whatever.
Just, you are the co-founder.
I'm not alone there, I'm with my sister. And it took us, 4 years kind of to put all thoughts together and finally to have that final push, and we are going for it. So I would say as everyone, like when you have a child, you realize that you are missing something on the market, and then you are creating it and blah blah blah. So my story absolutely the same in terms of sweatsuits for kids. I still think that there is no many other brands who are our competitor, who are doing like simple one color sweatsuits with 100% cotton, with really nice material and normal fit, like kind of not little bit oversized. So the story behind it, let me tell you about the name. It's like really very funny. I am working for American company for the past 10 years as a salesperson. I'm selling software. So I'm salesperson all the time with my clients, communicating with my clients via email or via phone, blah, 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 convincing them to buy our software. And I think I'm pretty good in that. If I stayed in one company 10 years and sales, because when you have the product that you believe in, and if you stand behind that product, it's very easy to sell, because you are just saying the truth, your thoughts about that product, and then kind of like finding pain points and like, here you go, my product will fix it, you know. So why I'm saying that, it's because each sales call with our team was finished, or even each email that sales manager sending to us is finishing with ABC. And ABC means always be closing. So it's not all to have great opportunity. You have to have power, skills, and let's say magic to close the deal. So you can huge pipeline with opportunities, but then you have to have final push and close that. So all the time there is ABC, always be closing, ABC. So the past 10 years in my brain was ABC, always be closing. Again, I was walking with stroller. Oh my god, everything beautiful happened when I was walking with stroller. Because my kids, really, both of them, they slept very well outside in the stroller. And I was walking with the stroller. It was a rainy day. I was with umbrella, but still like walking around here. And then I called to my sister and said, Katya, I don't know what we will have, like how our portfolio of clothes will look like, but I definitely know the name. And she was like, okay, go on. And I was like, Katya, it will be ABC. And she was like, okay, but listen, A for always, B, C for cool. She was like, so always be cool? I was like, yes. She's like, I like it. Simple, sounds good, like ABC, fine. I like it. And I was like, okay, let me check if there is such name on the market. So I checked. I was like, no, nothing like that. ABC, always be cool. So we need to register. And we created logo. And because, again, of walking with the stroller a lot, I was wearing all the time some sweatsuits, like pants and hoodie or something like that. And I was like, what if we can create something like I am wearing almost every day for kids, without all of these crazy prints, crazy, I don't know, Barbie, Elsa and robots, whatever, Spider-Man. And she was like, I like the idea. Let's speak with the person that we had in mind who is doing our clothes. That's how ABC was born. A little bit spontaneous, but at the same time we were speaking about it really a lot, and our idea was to combine Ukraine and Czech Republic, because my sister still lives in Ukraine, and the idea was that we will create our clothes in Ukraine, in my hometown. So we are not creating in Kyiv, we are creating in a small town in Poltava region. Who creates our clothes? She actually was the one who was creating clothes for us when we were dancing. Myself and my sister, we were attending dancing club. It was gymnastics and like modern dancing for 10 years. And she was the one who was creating costumes for us. And her daughter was also going to this group of dancers. So we knew her very well. And when we came to her and we said to her, do you want to be the one who is creating the clothes? She's like, oh my god, girls, I don't know if I can do it. Yes, you can. Let's try. So that's like really a small story of how it happened. I think it was the right time, the right name, and just kind of the right moment of like bringing this up. So now ABC is
divine timing.
Yes.
But I think that's how life works in general, that it just flows. We have some ideas, some inputs, and then all of a sudden it all clicks and it sounds like a coincidence or something, but it's not. All the steps are preparing us in the background. And so I love your passion about the ABC. It's really cool. Yeah, ABC. It's really cool.
You see, it goes like automatically.
Exactly, it's the flow. So to me, it's such a family business because you work with your sister, your co-founders. It's linked to the place where you grew up, where your sister still is somehow active. So again, like that connection to the childhood, to the home. Plus, walking with your kids was the inspiration, right?
Yes.
So. And I believe also your husband is helping somehow.
A lot, actually a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, because I'm very emotional and very kind of, I need this now, fast, and serious things takes time, and it's like a lot of papers, a lot of everything. So he's the one who, we are saying, we are making jokes, he's our CFO, Chief Finance Officer, he's our CIO who is doing like website and everything, and he's our like main operational guy. So I would say I'm doing all these sparklings, but then the hard work, it's on him, with documents, with like registration of business, with like taxations and everything, blah blah blah. So that's on him. But it's,
you have the creative part, right? So
yeah,
it's like perfect combination of the masculine and feminine, where you go with the flow, all the creativity, chaos as you call it, and ideas and design, which is very nice, by the way. I really like it, and I love the colors. And then the masculine energy does all those hard things, the paperwork.
Because I think if I'm doing what he is doing, it would kill me. Because it's like really precise work, you need to concentrate and you have really like sit and do. For example, I would never create a website myself. My husband created himself. And it's like, it took him time. It's his first website. He learned, he created. It's not perfect, but we love it with all of our hearts because we know that, it's something that he created, you know, he's not professional in that. So perfect combination in that point. Yes, I agree with you.
And it's true that he's very calm, at least from what I see. Yes. He's very calm and grounded, and also the model for the company. I see your whole family always in the hoodies, which is nice. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you need to do different parts, right?
Yeah. No, but it fits him as well, right? The ABC Cool was founded, so the idea started 4 years ago, I think you said, and it was founded
last year
in May. So 1 year anniversary, 1 year and 1 month or something.
Yeah.
So what is the vision? Because I remember when you started with the kids' hoodies and pants, and then you started to also have the adults' clothing, where I got your hoodie as well. It's perfect for flying. I really recommend it. It's so warm, and then you can just like put the hoodie on and you can sleep well on the plane. But I saw recently that you also have the backpacks. So what is your vision for the brand?
So at first, my husband very often tell me that I'm not a businessman. I'm just like falling in love with the project and just loving the idea and everything this. But then you have to turn to the business where you 100% have business plan and following all the things, and if the numbers are not performing, then why you need to do that? I'm different in that.
That's what my mom tells me about my business too.
I am very different, and if I like something, I'm putting myself into that, my heart, my soul, and my time, everything. And in terms of like how I see it as, one day the company that really has all possible colors for sweatsuit, not only the one that we have currently, what it's like when you count all the collections together, I think we will have around 10 colors, different one. But my idea is to have the rainbow and more, so where everyone can choose what they like, and then they have accessories. And by accessories, I mean like cool backpacks. And actually that was purely my idea with this backpack, where kids will choose different stickers from what they like. And we have around 300 stickers, and they are choosing that. And then our woman kind of like putting on the backpack and sew it like each one by one. So it's like forever, let's say. And by accessories, I mean like backpack, Then I want to add some cool caps, cool hats for the winter time, some scarves, like really cool one, and then for autumn and for winter some jackets, like really winter and autumn jackets, but like cool one. And let's say it will not be just like color, it will be like the play for kids. So they can, for example, choose the color of the jacket and then again choose some sticker on their back. So it will be like some butterfly, like big one, or some, let's say, what just word like cool or something kind of. They will choose it, and we will again put it, and kind of it will be just only one jacket like that because of these tailoring things. And then everything depends on, of course, investments, because it takes a lot of investments in terms of time and money. And if I have like a suit full of money, I probably will say that I'll blow your mind with
So this is your chance, guys. You can invest in the ABC School.
But we are kind of like, I'm working full-time job, I'm earning money, and then I'm putting into something that I really like. So the vision of the business is really to create this package that I mentioned, and then slowly to have some nice partnership, for example, with some shoes that could kind of have the same vibe as ABC. So we will not create shoes ourselves. We will be just adding them to portfolio. So that's my idea, to have the. If you open my Instagram, ABC, from the first glance, you will see that it's all about emotions in general, and it's all about family in terms of like how kids and parents together. So a lot of people who were commenting was saying that first we saw that it's some family Instagram, and then we were like, oh, this is a shop for clothes, because like a lot of warm energy there. That's what ABC is. It's not just clothes, it's this warm vibe that actually is not expressed in colorful clothes, but it just like, you know what,
minimalistic, beautiful design, right?
Yes.
And I totally agree, or I totally see what you mean, because honestly, so we are also neighbors, so we see each other quite often for I don't know how many years. Many years? Five. Okay. And how I see your family, every time I see your family, first thing which I think is, wow, what a beautiful family. You guys always fit somehow, all the design, all the love, all the smile, all the energy which comes from you. I'm always thinking like, this is how my family is going to look like. This is what I like, for real. And yeah, in your two beautiful girls, they are just I know they are also very, very active, but they are just so lovely. And I still remember the little one holding as a baby. So yeah, this is how I feel when I see you on the street or in the house. And that's also how I feel when I look at your Instagram. So I totally agree with that. And I see that you really put your heart into it, and it makes sense when you say that people think that your Instagram profile is like your family portrait, because it sort of is. And your kids are also models,
there,
right?
Yes. And recently my older daughter said like, let me try to be a blogger. I was like, how do you know what this word
She's
means?
what, like 7?
5. She's 5 years old, and because she's going to American kindergarten, she speaks fluently English, and she's like, I want to be a blogger. I was like, what does it mean? It means that I'll make funny, nice videos, and can I do it? I was like, okay, let's try it. And then I was making a joke. I was like, hey, Tanya, can you say something about ABC? Because they know that when we are doing photo shooting, we are going to work. We are working. It's not the fun. We are actually working, because this is my mama's project, and you are model, so they understand that it's work. But at the same time, they understand that after work there will be some reward for them. So it's kind of like, but they understand that. So one day she took my phone and she was like, switch on the camera, the video, and she was like, hi guys, I'm wearing my ABC, always be cool. And you know what? My mommy, she put a lot of work to this brand. She actually works so much. and
I remember I saw it.
and I'm wearing it, how she said, almost all the time, or something like that, very cute. And I was like, wow. And I even didn't tell her to say, I just asked her to say something about ABC, and I didn't think that she would go into like so deep, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, my kids, they really like see it and feel it, and this is really nice, kind of.
Yeah, I remember the video. I also thought like,
It's funny.
wow, okay, I need to learn from this girl.
And it was so nature. She was like so, I mean, she was her. She was without playing anything. She was just using her brain, her energy, her voice, and kind of like she put together words. And I was like, wow, I was so impressed, and I was so proud that actually what I'm doing, they see and feel.
They feel, yeah.
Yes.
That's the important word, that they feel it, that it's coming from your heart. When you talk about it, you completely shine. And I also liked what you said at the beginning of this part, when your husband was talking about the business plan and how there have to be the numbers and plan, and if it's working well, then you continue, you know, if it doesn't, then you, I don't know, stop, rethink. We should always rethink, by the way, but yes, like you stop it if it's not generating what we think it should generate. But how I also see it, because you do it from your heart and you do it as your passion. And I think that's a very big difference between how us women work and do our businesses versus men. And my personal belief is that how the world changes, and we talked about it before this podcast, everything is so changing with all the changes in the world nowadays. I really believe that the feminine part of us, and we both have feminine and masculine, is more and more important, and that the soul projects, the authenticity, everything what we create from our hearts is actually long lasting. The masculine way of having the business plan, it's important, it's definitely important, but again, it's my personal belief, I believe that it will last longer if there is our heart, and it's more sustainable, and because we also enjoy it more. And we are also more willing to put energy into it, right? Like what you said, next to your full-time job, next to your family, you still like willing to put your heart in it. And that's also what I was thinking when I was starting my own business. I knew that it has to be something what's coming from my heart.
Yes.
Because otherwise I cannot wake up every morning and motivate myself to do that. Because it's different when you are employed, then you sort of kind of have to go there, or you go. But with having your own business only, I see it as a big difference. And without, if it's not coming from your heart, to find the daily motivation in the long run, at least for me, I don't know how people do that.
But then also, Misha, at the same time, you have some responsibilities in life. And for example, if you ask me, if I have a choice of quit the job and like put 101% to my project and kind of like enjoy and, oh my god, shine as the biggest star in the sky, then I still will say that no, I cannot do that, because we put together with my husband, we put so huge responsibilities on our shoulders. Sometimes I feel that I cannot hold it anymore, and I cannot move forward, because oh my god, our bills, it's just like crazy. It's just like many people think, okay, we have kids, so what? No, now we are 4 people. It's just like 4 people. It's like with traveling, with going to restaurant, with doing weekends, with our school. We put them in like extremely expensive school, but then you see result in them, and then I'm thinking that this is my biggest investment in my whole life. I have to. And then you have some project that is like, oh, so nice, so good, some motivation, but it's not bringing that amount of money that you need yet. My always, at least as of today, my thought is that if you have something that you want to try, first need to have something that's covering all of this, because otherwise you will burn yourself out very fast, because your project, where you put your heart, your time, everything, it will not work immediately.
That's true.
Will not work immediately. I wanted to speak about my disappointments. And that's actually something that it took me a while to deal with it. My disappointment was when I started it. I didn't get a lot of support from my friends. And I was saying to my husband, I do not understand why I'm not getting support from my friends. And my thought was like, why they're not putting like on my post? Oh my god, they have kids. Why they are not interested in trying my clothes? Like, what is happening? And he was like, Tanya, maybe they just don't like what you are doing. Like, what if it's your idea, your creation, and you like it, maybe others don't. And I was judging them based on myself. For example, when someone close to me doing something, even though maybe I don't need much of their service, whatever, I'll give a try, I'll support somehow. And I was like, I would be like shouting for the whole world that, hey, this is my friend, look what she or he did, this is amazing. Oh my god, I'm so proud because this person is like my friend, my neighbor, my, I don't know, colleague or whatever. No, people didn't do that. And I was like, oh my god, it was first disappointment when I expected that there would be huge support. No, it didn't happen. It was just family and few of friends. Actually, the one that I didn't expect.
Always like that, yes.
And it was, you know what? It was like, wow. And I still have some people who are extremely supporting me, extremely. And I'm so grateful for them to be in my life. And at the same time, only after 1 year running ABC, I'm saying that I don't care anymore about people who are not putting the like on my post. And you know what? Sometimes it's funny because unfortunately Instagram algorithms work if you are not putting likes and comments. Instagram is not showing to other people, blah blah blah. So it's like, you know, it just like, why you cannot do that, you know? But now I don't care about them because I see that I have people around me who actually shares this idea and actually they are happy about I don't want to say it's success because I'm still not earning a lot of money and I'm not still selling like a lot of items. No, it's not like that yet.
Let's put it there.
Yet, but thanks to them I'm like keep going. And one of my friends actually, she was asking me, Tatiana, how is everything going? And I was like, hey, tomorrow will be 1 year and you know what, I'm continuing. She was like, it is success. You're not stopping. It is success. No? I was like, okay, let's say it is success. Yeah. So she was so happy to hear that. And she was like, nice. I like that you are hardworking. I like that you are not giving up. And I was like, oh my God, thank you for so nice words. So back to my thing with full-time job and project that you are doing from bottom of your heart. It's you have first to stand on the ground by both feet. And you have that stability and you have to feel that if you not succeed, nothing will happen. You tried, you like it, but nothing happened. Okay, moving forward. But for example, from my side, I'm really investing a lot of money and even more of my time. My husband is laughing at me by saying, if you are investing so much time in your full-time job where I'm actually on basic salary and on the commissions of my sale, he was like, Tanya, already like millionaires. Because with such passion and so much time. And I was like, yeah, I'm like balancing, you know, I need this amount to bring, so I'll sell for that. And then I need this time like to free myself from full-time job and to invest time and money to my baby project, let's say like that. And yeah, so I mean, it is hard because life is life and unfortunately we have to pay for everything. And with kids, I didn't expect that all of this is so expensive. I didn't expect. And you know what, it's funny because whenever I'm getting raise, I was like, okay, now I feel comfortable. Now it's okay. And then like raise everywhere and I'm like, I'm not feeling comfortable again. So you know, you have to like, you are not able to switch off your engine. So you are constantly like
Yeah, I think there is a saying that no matter the amount of money which we are receiving monthly or yearly, we still have the need of having like 10 or 12% more or something. That it's in our nature somehow never to be satisfied.
Why the nature created opposite, you know?
That would be better. That's true, but it's also the cost is raising, right? So you get the salary increase, but then the cost is raising, the inflation and all of that, the world is changing. So I think it's like connected. But yeah, it is success because as your friend said, you didn't quit. And yeah, I still believe in you. I really believe like we can make, I was thinking about this already many times during our talk. We should make like an announcement that 1 year later when we have the next episode.
That would be awesome.
Will be the amount you are gonna be selling. Yeah, maybe you don't have to say it out loud, but maybe like we can make the magic wish sending out there. And yeah, so I totally agree with you that like starting your own business or your project quitting your full-time job and then stepping fully into your project, you need to be grounded and you need to have some backup plans. That's what I did as well when I quit. Actually, 1.5 years ago, my full-time job, I also knew, okay, I have savings for this amount of time, I have investments for this amount of time, I can invest this, the best scenarios, the worst case scenarios, but also knowing, okay, if this doesn't work out, I will just go back to the full-time job. But from the point when I know that it will not impact my self-value and self-worth, because I would be rather, like, if it doesn't work out, then at least I tried, right? I think it's worse never try and just like waking up with the thought, what if it worked out? So I think it's both is important.
I agree.
So next year, the episode number, I don't know, 300.
Okay, I already agree. Okay, let me commit to that.
We commit that our companies grow million times. Let's seek big and we'll see. But definitely, let's sit here 1 year later, still with our soul project. Okay, Tanya, is there something more which you would like to share today? Part of your stories.
You know what I was also thinking? When you approached to me saying that, oh, can we make the podcast? My first thought was like, what would I say? Nothing like special happening in my life, or I don't have like huge success I wanted to share or say or teach people how to do that. You know? And then the same day or day after, I had my trainer, because I'm doing 2 times per week with my personal trainer exercises, and I was saying to him like, hey, imagine, because he knew you, because he came with his wife to your sound healing also, and I was like, hey, imagine Misha, the woman from sound healing, she actually wanted to have podcast with me. Like, what I would say there? and he took like a few seconds silence. It was a few seconds silence, and he was like, well, you know what? I'm actually giving you as example to many people. And I was like, what? And he, have you ever thought about your story? And I was like, what's special about my story? And he said, Tanya, we exercised together already like 8 years. So he knows me very well. And he was like, Tanya, you came to Czech Republic when you were 21 and you're here alone. You graduated the university successfully, you found a job, you have husband, you have family, you created everything yourself. And when he was speaking, I was like, oh wow, is it me? Because I'm actually taking my story as a like, it's normal. As I said to you before the podcast, I'm a big fighter. I'm always fighting for everything in my life. No one brought me nothing. Everything was achieved, but I never put the crown on my head saying that, wow, this is me. Never. And I always say I could do more, I could do better, I could be somewhere else. So I'm not the person who is like, oh, this is my achievements and I'm so happy about it. I am happy, but I'm always kind of like
humble maybe?
Or you know, I see it like everyone should like work hard and should like reach the goals and blah 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 and never give up. And I was like, wow, you see me like that? And he was like, yes, and I giving you as example to many of my friends. I'm saying them. And then I start like thinking that actually, first of all, I'm a very lucky person. And by luck, I mean that I had and actually still have so huge support from my family, and they always believe in me, always. Misha, when I was 21 years old, I came to Czech Republic with 23 kilos of luggage and $1,000 in my pocket. Nothing. I arrived at 5 in the morning to Prague with the address where my university is, and I was like, me? $1,000 and the luggage of 23 kilo or like something like that. That's all. And I'm already like 12 years here. Now I'm married woman to Czech guy, having 2 kids. I'm very successful at my work.
You speak fluent Czech as well.
I received Czech passport recently, so now I'm Czech person. And I'm like having a look back. I was like, wow, it is motivational one. I never gave up, and I was like trying always to do something to impress myself at the first time that I can do that. But it was only because there are family who always believed in me. So that's why I'm thinking that I'm a very lucky person, and I had luck with the university where I actually got a scholarship. So it was absolutely for free, master degree with every month the scholarship where dormitory was included. So like I was kind of like living and having money, like studying, living and having money from the university. Plus like work, I remember very well how I found my first job and interview and everything. I didn't have struggles. It was like, everything very smooth and very easy for me. And I'm saying that's why I'm saying that I'm a very lucky person.
Yeah. But I also think it's your inner motivation and your inner power which moves you forward. As you said, you are also a fighter. So I would not say you're lucky. Maybe you're lucky as well. But I think it's your inner motivation to just achieve what you want to achieve in life. And I agree with your trainer. Actually, you're also very inspirational for me and for many people around. And I believe there should be more of us in our communities to really support each other. And so the crown is coming for you. But I totally understand you because I was the same. Yeah, I wanted to say when I was younger, I'm still young, so I would say before my awakening and before the burnout, I also never really appreciate myself enough. I always also like pushed more and wanted more, and nothing was never enough, and I kept growing in the company and I was working more and more and more, and yeah, and I also felt like, but everyone else can do that, right? But actually, I think the truth is, yes, maybe everyone can, but not everyone wants to. Not everyone is that hardworking. Not everyone has the inner motivations to create what you or me wants to create. And I think that's a big difference. The resilience, the inner motivation. And yeah, so I'm a huge believer that everyone can create what they want. The question is what they want and what they are willing to put in it.
That's true. But also sometimes I think that because of how I am, how tough I am to myself, I'm tough to everyone, to people who I love the most in my life, my kids and my husband. I'm very tough with them. My older daughter has 5 times per week trainings. She has like beautiful abs on her belly. And recently when we were on vacation with my husband, she was like running on the beach and I was like, oh, look at her body. She's doing training every day. Tanya, of course she has a beautiful body. And I was like, maybe I'm too tough to her, maybe this and that. But what if she has also the same energy as me and kind of like, she never complains. Okay, of course, sometimes she says like, Mommy, I don't want to do this and that.
She's
but
a
then
kid, right?
After training, she's happy and performing and everything. So I hope I will not hurt by this energy and this huge push people I love the most. Sometimes my husband feels that I'm like very pushy and very like this, But then if I turn myself back and see me 5 years ago, it's like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? But me 5 years ago, it was like everything what I put, I want and I will reach. I am there. I am there. So now...
So the crown is coming for you.
First I need to learn how to wear the crown. So the crown. And as we spoke before the podcast, that right now is the period of changes and everything. So I myself feel also that I'm entering to something like new, absolutely. So I'm scared. The fear is there. But and the goal, very high goal is there also. So yeah.
That's we'll take it during the next sound healing, no worries. Supportive energy there. But yes, that's true. I think many of us now, when we are recording the podcast, it's like mid of June 2025, and there is a lot of shifts going on in today's world. So there is many people feeling somehow stress, fear of the unknown, what's coming, what's gonna happen. But the lesson from this is really take time for yourself, whether it's your sports, whether it's your sound healing session, meditation, whatever it is for you, your ritual, maybe your massage. Just do it for yourself and take care of yourself first. So then you have enough energy from which you can give to others and to your project. So that's what I want to share.
But this is very hard in terms of like, it took me a while to understand what actually me time for myself personally. Because, for example, everyone has their personal things that they feel like it's me time. You will be laughing, but for me, it's like literally cleaning the whole apartment alone.
Yes, I'm laughing. That would not be my me time.
It's like, it's relaxation as the hell. It's like the smell of the cleaning and when everything is shining. I mean, only parents will understand what it means when you have kids and it's like husband is taking kids out. I need few hours, headphones, some favorite music, and like in the bathroom you are like going like it's like, you know, few things in one. Sport because you're super active. You have limited time. Then you are like enjoying it, like very loud music into your ears, and plus it's quiet. I mean, no one. Mommy. I was like, what? Mommy. So this is for me time, because I felt myself very often guilty when, for example, I was just sitting in the sofa and watching Netflix. I was like, I'm wasting my time. Better to take a book, or I don't know, or let me write something, or let me prepare for tomorrow's meeting, or maybe so huge chaos in my brain. I could not concentrate on the movie. But with cleaning, oh my god, it's concentration 100%.
You want to clean my flat as well?
No, it's enough. Yes, so it took me some time to kind of understand. And funny thing about cleaning is that my husband against of cleaning lady, because he thinks that first of all we have small apartment, and second one we can clean together very fast, and it would be like our time. And I was like, I don't want to have our time by cleaning the apartment. I don't like this our time. So, for example, this Sunday, my husband took kids for climbing wall. And I stayed 4 hours, and it was like so great. They came home and I was full of energy. I was so proud that the apartment smells so nice and clean, and it's as I wanted. I cleaned the toys where I wanted to put them. So oh my god, it was like really huge satisfaction. And he was like, "You are so happy." I was like, "I am actually." And he was like, "Wow, that's good. That's why we don't need cleaning lady." It took me a while, as I said, but when you find your true me time, it's like really nice. This summer in July, I will do something very, let's say, crazy. For the first time in 7 years, I am actually flying to Azerbaijan, to Baku, to meet my best friend. Oh my god, she's an amazing woman. We met each other in Prague. She was also on scholarship. And now in Azerbaijan, Baku, there will be in like huge cinema, the premiere. So the first time they will show in Azerbaijan this movie, and it will be like red carpet. She will do the speech, and she was like, Tanya, she lives in Israel right now, in Tel Aviv. And she was like, Tanya, do you think you can fly to Azerbaijan for 1 week with me? I'll be there from Monday to Friday. And I was like, oh my god, my kids will be with grandparents. Yes, I can. And I was like, my husband came from work, and he was like, hi. I was like, I'm flying to Baku. He was like, what? I was like, oh my god, you cannot imagine what we will do there. There will be red carpet. There will be my best friend giving like her speech. Oh my god. And he was like, you are crazy. I was like, this will be me time. Like something very, very special. So it took me a while to kind of like to have these moments, and now I'm super, super excited about this July experience with my best friend. Actually,
You have to send me some pictures.
I didn't see her 7 years, 8 years, something like that. Yeah. Time flies crazy. She has 2 kids, I have 2 kids. She needs visa for Europe trips, so it's very hard for her. And with all of these things, work, home, kids, it's almost impossible. So it will be like reunion of 2 besties.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so excited for you guys.
Too.
Yeah.
Me too. It would be like really nice.
I want to see pictures from the event.
Really looking forward to that. But actually, I'm always blaming myself or not giving myself such opportunities. I was feeling that kids too small, I'll still have time, I don't want to leave them, let's travel just with kids, I don't want to travel without them, this and that. But now it just the moment came. I don't feel myself doing something wrong. I know 100% that this was the best decision I made. Some people not like that. Actually, I have some friends who are, I don't want to say they are like selfish, no, but they are completely having different culture in their family. They are simply traveling with friends from like 6 months when their kids were. They were saying, I don't feel myself guilty. No, at all. I don't have that. And only now,
You're
only
getting
now
there.
I was like, yes.
Yeah, the
yes.
girls are also bigger, that's true.
And I feel very myself confident that first of all they will not miss me because they will be with grandparents enjoying Greece sea and everything. I was just giving myself opportunity also to enjoy, without any guilt inside.
Nice. So another reason to congratulate you.
Thank you.
You made it.
So you see, I worked very hard to get to where I am.
But you're still very young and you already got it. So that's a big achievement as well to, allow yourself the time with your bestie abroad. And it's not that you're leaving your kids behind, right? Like you still travel a lot with them as well. And now it's your time. It's prime time.
It's true.
Tanya, thank you so much for opening up and sharing so many touching stories and sort of like everything from your heart. It was really nice talking with you.
Thank you.
I want to invite everyone who wants to check out the ABC Cool, because now you know how cool it is and you want to give us those likes, so we're happier. So you can find the link to the Instagram and website of ABC Cool down there in the description. You can also find the connection to myself if you need some me time, if you are interested in sound healing or some one-to-one private sessions. And if you want to support us even more, remember to subscribe to this channel and you can be part of our next episode. So with that, thank you so much for being here with us, listening. Thank you so much, Tanya,
Thank you, Misha.
for sharing your story, and until next time.